back to 302. I should say welcome to 302 Sports Weekly. Another week, another episode here live from Hooters every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. It's Benny Pinello alongside, well, it's not Pat. This time it's Nick Allison Dream. Twitter Nick, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. I'm real excited to get, filling in for Pat, co-hosting duties.
Pat right now is live on the call for Goldie Beacon basketball. You can actually switch over to that on 302 Sports. How is it filling in for Pat? What's it like?
So far, it's been great. I mean, I know I can't fill the shoes that Pat left, but I know Pat's doing a good job over there at Goldie, and I'm going to do the best I can to, do the recaps and everything at the end as well as Pat did. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited.
You guys might have similar shoe sizes. Right now, though, we have to look at the world of high school basketball. The playoffs are looming on today's show. We'll take a look at that, boys and girls high school basketball. Also tournament time for wrestling. We have that coming up, as well as our look at college sports in Delaware, and of course Delaware athletes. We have our top 5 plays of the week. We also want to thank Gary and Nick from Hooters for allowing us to have this show here every week at 7 o'clock at 136 in the Ashford Shopping Center here in Newark. It's a great venue, great Hooters to come by, and of course award-winning wings. We've sampled their food, and it gets delicious here.
Oh, it's very good. Make sure you come out every Wednesday. We're here. Come check it out. It's worth it.
Yes.
And if you have any other highlights, scores, stats, or any other information you would like to see on the show, please feel free to contact us, 302sports@gmail.com, or go to our website, 302sports.com. Check out our Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and on Snapchat, sports_302. Or come check us out like we were just talking about every Wednesday live here from Hooters at the 136 Astro Shopping Center.
It's like Pat never left.
Yeah.
Great job. Joining us as always is Mike Lang and Jason Winchell. Of course, we have to dive into the world of wrestling. The 2018 DIAA Individual Wrestling State Tournament schedule is posted right now. The championships will take place at Cape Henlopen High School. Session 1 will be this Friday. Session 2 will be Saturday, of course, Friday starting at 4 p.m., Saturday starting at 10:30 a.m. Session 3 will be Sunday night, February 28th at 5:30 with the Parade of Champions at 6:55, followed by the National Anthem. Then, of course, we head into the finals. The 2018 DIAA Individual Wrestling State Tournament brackets have been revealed. The brackets are obviously too many to list, but of course we have the top seeds from each weight class, and we will post that up on our social media. But of course, looking at some of the top rankings here, at the 106 weight we have Joey Nadercola from Smyrna, Will Rain for 113 from Indian River, and Robbie Roser from Milford. Nick.
Yeah, I mean, this is what these guys work for all year long. This is what it comes down to. Team states is a big part of it as well. But this weekend is what you work for if you're a senior all 4 years. And I know when leading up for me, back when I had it, you're staying after practice. You're working extra hard this week. So this is going to be a huge week for these guys, definitely.
Cameron Haynes for 126 from Cesar Rodney, then Smyrna continuing to dominate it. You'll hear their name quite a couple of times. Nick Nadercola, he's for 132. We have 138. We have Harry Latch from Salesianum. Kyle McDonough from Sanford. As a matter of fact, back-to-back for Sanford from 145 and 152. Andrew Brooks there as well. We also have Avery Mayan from Polytech for the 160 weight class. 176 is Logan Montgomery from Salesianum. Josh Daly and Tony Wiest from Smyrna have 182 and 195. And of course, Anthony Diaz from Milford, and from DMA, Hunter Ballback in the very large 285 weight class there. Large human beings.
Hunter's a big kid.
Congratulations go out to all the top seeds, and best of luck to the wrestlers who will be competing in the state tournament. Speaking of the state tournament, we have basketball. That's coming up in a little bit. Once we take a break, step aside, we'll be back on 302 Sports Weekly.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup. Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
It's difficult because not a lot of people are used to this position, which you just gotta get. You don't want to lean onto the table because
especially when you're on this.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Very easy. Back in the day,
the amount of viruses.
Wait, say again?
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, to cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowest, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Sometimes you vote for the right guy.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowest, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Damn straight. National treasure.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowest, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, you could be the second best placeholder in Delaware history.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowest, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Just say things.
He began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
And welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Benny Pinello alongside Nick Alessandrini, filling in for one Pat Garianis, of course, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell with us. But first, we have to talk about our Spotlight Game of the Week last week, which was an upset. St. Elizabeth's defeating Conrad. Nick, how did it go down?
Well, we're about to find out right now. We're played for you, and we're kicking it off. Starting it off early in the first quarter, Alyssa Fayville going to pick off the pass. She's going to take it coast to coast, lay it in for two. Conrad coming out early, but St. Elizabeth's, they've got some players of their own, Mike, and it's Bernia Ward-Mayo.
Yeah, she's been outstanding this year.
Right here, she goes around the back, gets in the paint, scoops, and scores for two of her own. So both teams getting off to a hot start. A little bit later on, Alexis Lee going to get the pass. She's going to drive. A little bit too strong there off the rim. Rebound to Karen, who's going to kick it out to Lauren Hines, who knocks down the triple. St. E's getting it going early. This time, Whittlesley with the tip. It's going to go to Jordan Rook up ahead to Kalasia, who's going to toss it back to Jordan Rook. She's going to let that three go and knocks it down. So she's going to hit a three of her own. A little bit later on, Bernia Ward-Mayo. You'll see her here. She goes behind the back and gets to the basket and scores. She had some incredible plays all game long. And here she is. If you're going to play off her, she can do both, Mike. She'll just pull up right here and knock down the triple again.
She doesn't need more than 6 inches to get that shot up.
And she had a great game here. She's going to do it on the defensive end. Comes up with a huge block in transition.
Had a couple of those.
So Bernia Ward-Mayo looking good all around here. This time Whittlesley going a little too strong, but that's going to do it. So at the end of the first quarter, St. E's 13-8 lead over Conrad.
Yeah, it was an exciting game. Conrad a little slow start in that one, but we'll see later. They weren't done.
So now the second quarter here. This one up ahead. It's going to be up to Kalasia. That's Stephanie Kalasia. She lays in the two, 13-10. Still in the second quarter, it's Ward-Mayo again. This time gets in the lane at will and finishes again.
She's not scared for somebody her size, that's for sure.
This time she's going to pass it over to the corner. It's Hines again. She knocks down another three. She had 2 threes. Here comes Alexis Lee on the defensive end coming up with the steal. One more pass, and Ryskowski knocks down the three.
It's Rory Siskowski, an 8th grader, and she's got a bright future there at St. E's.
So 24-16 now. St. E's an 8-point lead, the defensive end this year. But guess who? Bernia Ward-Mayo again doing it on the defensive end.
When you're getting blocks like that from your guards, you're in pretty good shape.
She had 2 blocks. You've seen them both. Still in the second quarter, 24-16. Jordan Rook with a great inbound pass to Julie Kalasia.
Beautiful find there by Rook.
Still in the second quarter, 24-18. Ariana Henry up top, but that's going to be picked. It's Alyssa Fayville again, and she goes coast to coast. So Alyssa Fayville already a couple steals and baskets there. So 24-20 at the half. St. E's with a 4-point lead coming in as the number 5 ranked against number 1 ranked Conrad.
Yeah, that St. E's center was packed, Jason. It was rocking. Here we go.
Fast forward to the fourth quarter. Yeah, fast forwarding to the fourth quarter, a 1-and-1 missed there for Ward-Mayo. St. E's though still up 9, and from the parking lot, it's Stephanie Kalasia.
That's in her range.
She can shoot from anywhere on the court. She buries that triple. That 3 cuts it to 6. Then Ward-Mayo at the line again, 1-and-1, no good. Willisley, though, a little strong on the outlet pass.
Yeah, but St. E's gave him a lot of chances with those missed free throws, and I knew Coach Cooney was scratching his head about that.
Another free throw. This time Ariana Henry can't get it to fall. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, but possession would go to the Red Wolves. So 53-46. 53-46 now. So Stephanie Kalasia. That one may have been deeper than the first, but both of those triples from way beyond the arc. Then they're going to do it on the defensive end. They come up with the steal up ahead, and then Julie Kalasia finishes for 2. So now 53-51. St. E's back at the line. Another missed free throw. Rebound to Conrad, and here they go, down 2. Pushing it to the corner. It's a 3. No good, but they would get the offensive rebound and draw the foul. So a chance for Steph Kalasia to tie the game at the free throw line.
Yeah, we'll see. St. Eve struggled at the line, but Conrad, when it counted, they made theirs.
So Colegio, the first free throw on the 1-and-1 is good. She gets another shot here. This one would tie the game at 53. It was up and good. So tied all up here at 53 with about 20 seconds to go here, Mike.
Yeah, and you notice on the inbounds pass, the pressure from Conrad, if you're counting, you see the referee counting, she probably used 8 of those 10 seconds to get it over midcourt, and there finally gets it to Ariana Henry.
Then Henry makes a great pass back to Ward Mayo. Again goes behind the back, draws the contact, throws it up and gets it to go. Bernaya Ward Mayo with about 4 seconds to go. Last chance for Conrad. It's going to be a Colegio deep half-court attempt. It would fall short as St. Eve's holds on 55-53. They upset number 1 ranked Conrad, and they pick up a huge win.
Yeah, good big confidence booster heading into the state tournament, which will start next week, and we'll talk more about that
And we're going to head to
Jason,
our
that was an exciting night, Jason.
Yeah, that was one of the best girls' games I've seen all season. It ranked up there was a couple college games this year.
Yeah, it was an exciting night.
And we also are going to hear from our player of the game, Bernaya Ward Mayo. We have an interview with her coming up.
Bernaya Ward,
Right now, check it out.
Bernaya Mayo. Hey, Fatty, you had a great game tonight. I didn't add up your points, but just tell me what's going through your head in that last bucket.
We had to get a stop and just score. We didn't want to go into overtime.
And so you were up about 9 points there late in the game. You guys, I know the pressure, a lot of pressure. Free throws there. You guys missed a few free throws. How about Steph Colegio hitting those shots from almost
We need
half
makeup.
We knew she could shoot, so we had to just get a hand up and just hope for the best. And then we did what we had to do on defense. We led the offense.
Big crowd tonight here. A lot of your classmates are out. Just describe the whole atmosphere in the gym tonight. What this means for the Vikings.
I mean, it's a big win, and we promoted it all week in school, and we all wanted them to show out. And they all said they was going to come, so we didn't want to let them down.
Bernaya Ward.
And that, of course, was Bernaya Ward Mayo, our player of the week here on 302 Sports. Jamming out some Luke Bryan here at Hooters. 136 the Asher Shopping Center. Swing on by. It's always a fun time here. All right, so that was our game of the week. Definitely impacted the standings a little bit, though Caryville still finds themselves at number 1. There's been some shakeups. Definitely can't ignore the fact that St. Elizabeth is now one of the top teams when you head into the tournament here, but I guess as we go through our rankings, there's a lot of them. Number 1 is still Caryville.
That's the tournament.
Oh, that's the tournament. Okay.
Our unofficial 302 Sports unofficial parents, the real parents, come out Friday.
Yep.
Live from Dover. The DIAA will reveal it right live on 302 Sports. So.
Yes. But for those sitting at home right now, of course, we're going to go through the unofficial rankings. Number 1, we still have Caryville. Number 2, Conrad, Hodgson, Sanford, and St. Elizabeth's. Not a lot of shakeups, or really not a lot of separation in terms of the points between those 5 teams. You look at Howard at number 6, Ursuline, and Cesar Rodney all getting first-round byes. So the games we have lined up projectedly for the first round, we have Laurel versus Padua, Del Castle and Newark Charter, Concord and Wilmington Christian, St. Mark's. So my Spartans will, of course, take on Tatnall. We have Appoquinimink and Sussex Tech, Delmarva Christian and Woodbridge, Dickinson and St. George's Tech, and Archmere and Sussex Central in a matchup between the 17 and 16 seeds. Work it down from that. All right, going into the playoffs, Mike.
Yep.
Should a team, and a couple of those teams, they are 500, but should a team that has a 500 record or better qualify for the state tournament?
Wait, Jason and I talked about this last night. It's a point. Right now, it's a point system. The points determine everything. It's not subjective at all. Right now, there are only 3 teams in that field that are under 500. Ursuline, Concord, and Sussex Central all have 9 wins. So there's nobody that's a 5 or 6 win team. My answer: yes. Below 500 teams should be eligible. And my argument to the parents, athletic directors, players who think otherwise. The DIAA is not a dictatorship. They run on suggestions by their members who are the schools. If you think it's unfair, call your AD, call your coaches, have them go to, you've seen I'm Just a Bill, right, Benny? Have them go to their representatives and propose a rule change. They'll discuss it down with the membership and put it to a vote. That's how these things work. So if you think it's not fair, that's the way to do it. Right now, the point system kind of rewards teams for playing tougher schedules. And I don't see anything wrong with a team that's got 7, 8, 9 wins making the tournament. I don't know if Jason has a different opinion or not, but that's how I feel.
Well, Mike, each sport has a different point system. Baseball, in years past, now that might change this year with the additional more teams, but in years past, baseball, you had to have over a 500 record to qualify for the state tournament. In basketball, it's set up where you're allowed to be below 500. A few years ago, St. Mark's was in 6 and 14.
Same with volleyball, right?
Yeah, same with volleyball. It's just the way it's set up. Like you said, this year, the 3 teams below 500 are all 9 and 10.
And they're not guarantees. I mean,
yeah,
we think they're guarantees, but we're not 100% positive.
So it's, they're right there. And do you want to change that? Maybe let's look at it. It's not a bad idea, but again, like Mike said, go to your coaches, go to your athletic directors, and let them figure it out.
One of the questions you might get, Mike, and I'll allow Nick to ask a question in a second, but I really want to ask you and Jason this. People are going to look at the record and say, how can a 9 and 10 team get in? I understand the points, I understand that all, but I guess the argument they're going to make is if you can't beat these good teams, maybe you just shouldn't be playing.
Well, I mean, look at a team like, let's look at Ursuline. They're 9 and 10. They played in a bunch of showcase games, but in Delaware, they really haven't lost too many. They lost to Caravel, they lost to Conrad, and they lost one to St. Elizabeth. But other than that,
and Sanford,
and they did lose to Sanford. That's the top 4 teams in the state right there. Ursuline's going out and they're playing the best teams in the state. They're also in the Catholic Conference. They have to play. Now look at Powder this year, 14 wins. They're playing St. Mark's, who has playing tonight, but they have 11 wins right now. Do you punish a team like Ursuline for challenging itself to go out and play teams at the Shegot game and at the Diamond State? Ursuline is in the top bracket at the Diamond State, and they have 1 returning starter this year. Do you punish them? A team like Sussex Central and Conrad, or Concord, not Conrad. Sussex Central is in a very tough Hemlock and North with teams like Sussex Tech and Cesar Rodney, and Polytech had a decent season. So they're playing tough teams. Does that mean a team that's in the Hemlock and South might get left out with 15 or 16 wins? Yeah, it's possible, and it stinks for them, but right now that's the system. If you want to change the system, then coach your ADs, coach your coaches, and go to work on changing the system.
All right, now, Jason, I'm going to kick this one over to you. Looking at our projections and what we have, which seed might have surprised you the most, or was there maybe someone that wasn't seeded that kind of surprised you?
For the girls, to me, I thought, looking at it, you see Ursuline sitting there at 7. You see Cesar Rodney sitting there at 8. They're both right around. Ursuline and Cesar Rodney at the beginning of the year, we thought they'd be 1 and 2, and they're sitting there at the 7th and 8th seed, which gives a team like Conrad and Caravel a tough quarterfinal matchup with those 2 teams sitting there at 7 and 8. And then probably the surprise, if you look at it now, is the Sussex Central team. Like Mike said, they're 9 and 11 and seeded 16th. And, that's a great accomplishment to them. They also played Conrad, St. Elizabeth, St. Thomas More, Oxon. So they played the tough teams, and they get rewarded for it.
Looking at the current point system, Mike, if you were a coach or an AD, how would you have put your schedule together?
Well, it's interesting. We talked earlier about how St. Elizabeth's lost, I believe, 8 seniors and a very prominent transfer last year. They had 9 players not on the team this year, and they downgraded their schedule a little bit, and now they're 16 and 3. And you look at Ursuline, who didn't know they were losing 4 starters from last year, and they kept the same tough schedule. So it's not really an easy job, and it's not something that maybe I'd want to do, but you got to find that mix. I think Sussex Central is a perfect example. So you're playing each team in your conference twice. With your out-of-conference schedules, yeah, you want to pick up some wins, but you got to challenge yourself. So finding that balance with a Conrad or a St. East, it's not easy, but that's what you really have to do. I look at a team like Hodgson. They played the Flight A, not the strongest year for Flight A, but they also played Thomas More twice, and they split with them. They played Howard. I think they played Howard, and you got to find when your toughest in-conference competition is a 500 team. Or APO was 12-8. You've got to challenge your players. If you're not challenging those players, they're out the door. They're going to go play somewhere where they're getting better competition. So it's a not an easy dance for these ADs and coaches. And I try to find the mix depending on what my level of talent is. If you're Ursuline, I'm scheduling like John Noonan schedules. If you're not Ursuline, I try to make it a little not quite so tough.
And Jason, this one for you. What team not seeded in the top 8 you think could maybe make a splash and find themselves in the quarterfinals at the Bob?
Padua is a team that I've been really impressed with this year. They had 14 wins this year after a 5-win season last year. So that's a +9 in the win total. They gave St. Elizabeth's a game last night for 3 quarters. They played the tough teams this year, played them well. They're a team that's not afraid of competition, and a team that sitting there in the 9th spot, they get the 8th seed. So a team that they're right competitive with right there, and so it wouldn't surprise me to see them in the quarterfinals. They'd be a team. Michelle Krasicki has played better as the year goes on. She's only a sophomore, and she's averaging almost a double-double a game now. And then they got the good guards in Cam Skelly and Bella Julian that both do well. So they're a team I would think that could pull off the upset.
I wrote down Padua too. I mean, you nailed it.
So we have Padua for Mike Lang. Looking at our projections, which first-round game intrigues you the most, Mike and Jason?
Well, I did. What did I write down? So I thought I did this.
Well, here,
I'll
jump in.
Hang on, I'll look at the projected games. Well, we mentioned it earlier. St. Mark's and Tatnall could finish at 12-8. St. Mark's is deeper than Tatnall, but Tatnall's starting 5 is very talented. They just really don't have much of a bench. But I think that would be, if you're St. Mark's, maybe you try to get in and run Tatnall ragged. We're playing a what-if game, but that, to me, of these matchups, that's the one I really like. I also like, since we agreed, I want to say another one. Dickinson and St. George's. St. George's scores a lot of points, and Dickinson has Lynn J. Brown, who scores a lot of points by herself.
And they were playing this afternoon in a regular season game, Mike. So
who's that? Dickinson.
Dickinson was at St. George's was at Dickinson today. I'm going to go Archmere Sussex Central for you. The 16-17 matchup. Both teams love to play defense. That's going to be a low-scoring game. And I think that game has the potential to be a very close, decided by one possession or less there at the end.
All right, and this one I'll start with you, Mike, and then we'll also head over to talk to Jason. We've had some games these last couple of days and over the weekend and some more today. But who do you see taking home the top seed?
Well, it's interesting. As we speak, Caravel and Howard are playing. Looking at our point totals here, it's only 1/10 of 1 point. I'm not sure that's enough if there's too much of a gap for Conrad to make that up. But if Caravel loses tonight to Howard, it's possible Conrad can take the top seed. But I think what we have 1-2 is how it's going to end up. But either one of those teams would be the first one. But Jason does more of the point stuff than me, so he probably knows.
I'm going to go Caravel because the win tonight gives them 4 points added to their total. Conrad got 3 last night that also aren't projected in there, so it's going to be neck and neck. It's going to depend on who the out-of-state records. I mean, because not every out-of-state record's accurate, and that's something that the committee members have, so that they'll be able to better judge it. But I'm leaning towards Caravel as the number 1 seed.
We need only wait 36 hours to find the difference because at 2 p.m. on Friday, we will actually find out. It'll be a live bracket unveiling from the DIAA office, and you can see it right here on 302 Sports on our YouTube channel. We're step aside when we come back. It was ladies first, guys next. Boys basketball on 302 Sports Weekly.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image you envision, we create.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Benny Pinella, Nick Alessandrini in for Pat Garanis. Of course, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell. It's time to talk about boys basketball. Looking at the seeding that we have presumed. Of course, we do not know the final seedings just yet. But of course, looking at the guys, the top 8 is Cape Henlopen, Smyrna, Sally's, Caravel, William Penn, Sussex Tech, Sanford, and St. George's Tech, according to us. Of course, those are the people getting the first round buys. When it comes to the first round games, we have St. Elizabeth's and Conrad, Archmere at Mount Pleasant, Newark at Lake Forest, Red Lion will host Christiana, Laurel will be on the road against Cesar Rodney, Woodbridge will be hosting Friends, Glasgow will face Appoquinimink, and Newark Charter hits the road in a 17-16 matchup against the very evenly matched Indian River. Looking at those rankings, Mike, kind of looking at our projections, what are you most surprised about? How about a team that's not in our projections? What surprises you there?
It's a team that's not in there. Howard. Howard is missing, and Dover. They would be my 2, but Howard especially. They came in kind of a lot of hype this year. They have one of the best players in the state in Lamar Woody, and they also have some nice backup players and Johnny Ewell, Triplett, and Sean Bowman. A lot of talent at Howard. Not sure what happened. They had some big wins, but they took a huge loss against Newark, and right now not projected to be in there.
What about surprises in general? What just surprised you about our rankings?
I look at like teams that we really didn't talk about at all this year that are in there. Christiana. You know, where did they come from? You know, Christiana, Newark Charter. I thought we mentioned them earlier in the season, but really they've been under the radar all year. But those are really the 2 that really stood out to me with Christiana and Lake Forest. Also, I have written down here a very good year for Lake Forest, very balanced scoring. But those 2 really, Christiana and Lake Forest, did 2 big surprises.
All right, Jason, this one for you. What first round matchup kind of intrigues you the most? Which matchup are you going to watch?
I'm going to go lean towards the Archmere Mount Pleasant matchup. Mount Pleasant, they've struggled against the top teams, but have looked really good against teams that they should beat. Archmere is one of those pesky teams that plays defense and keep the score low. Can their style of play against a Mount Pleasant force Mount Pleasant into a game that they don't want to play? That game to me has potential of being a very interesting game. Now, if Mount Pleasant's able to play their style, they can blow Archmere out of their building. But Mount Pleasant's been a kind of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde team this year.
Tick for tack, Mike. Question for you as well. First round matchup that intrigues you the most?
I'm looking at Friends of Woodbridge. To me, Woodbridge, we all know about Woodbridge. They went deep into the tournament last year. They have some Hassan Corbin and then Troy Haynes. They got some really good players down there. Friends not quite as well known, but they're very experienced with Tim Farley, Max Acolo. They're a smart team. They played Salesianum to a 4-point, St. East to a 4-point game. They lost to Sally's by, I think, 8 or 9 points. Friends does all the fundamentals well, and I think they could give teams fits. And it's also a good football rivalry, so I think it'll transfer well to basketball. But to me, Friends Woodbridge, if they hold, that would be a good game to see.
All right, Jason, what team outside the top 8 could you see winning on the road and maybe find themselves in the quarterfinals?
St. Elizabeth's would be a team that I would look at real good. I mean, they are solid across with Nate Thomas, Jordan Brown. They got players that can really play. They had a tough schedule this year and did well. If you look at the projections, the 9-8 matchup would be them versus St. George's Tech, who we did a broadcast of the game from 302 earlier this year at St. Elizabeth's, and St. George's Tech went on to win. But it was a real competitive game. So I do like that. I think St. Elizabeth's has a chance to knock out the 8th seed.
Let's look ahead. I mean, none of these matchups are set in stone just yet, but I like to fantasize. What potential second round matchup intrigues you the most, Mike?
Well, you mentioned the St. George's and St. Elizabeth's, which I think would be a lot of fun. But I also I like Mount Pleasant and Sanford. I think if I did my math right, they would play each other 10 and 7, so they should match up. Sanford has some great talent, but Jason just mentioned Mount Pleasant. You're looking at players like Famir Ali, Kayvon Kramer's been out all year from out, but Doug Snay has really stepped up and been the presence inside for them. And, they're well coached. They always seem to have some kind of stumbling block in the playoffs, but I think they can give Sanford a run for their money.
All right, and now we saw last night William Penn upset Smyrna in a big win, 45-43, and some other games we talked about have already occurred. This one for both of you guys, Mike and Jason. Who do you think comes out as the top seed? Who's going to be the number 1 seed when we do the bracket reveal on Friday?
I think after last night's game, I think it's going to be Cape Henlopen. Smyrna had a chance to pick up 4 last night if they beat William Penn. Unfortunately, they fell in double overtime. And since we've done it, Cape has beat CR, which is a 3-point win, so they get 3. Smyrna only got 2. So, I mean, we still have to wait for other games to go on because someone could go over 500, which could bump one of those teams up a little bit, but I'm leaning towards Cape Henlopen.
Yeah, I don't see any way it's not Cape Henlopen unless something really totally unexpected happens. And they've been outstanding all season. They got the dynamic duo down there, and they're the top seed. They're going to be the top seed, and they deserve it.
Will it be Cape Henlopen? Will it be someone else? We'll have to find out Friday at 2 p.m. Boys and girls high school basketball in the state of Delaware. That's what we announced in terms of the brackets. Happening 2 p.m. Friday from the DIA office. We're going to take a step aside of 302 Sports. When we come back, we have the final rundown, Nick. Ready for it?
I'm ready to go.
Let's go. 302 Sports. Back in a moment.
In Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Benny Pinella and Nick Allison-Duraney. It is time for the final rundown, bud. You ready?
Couldn't be more ready, Benny.
All right, let's do this. All right, we're going to start with Goldie Beacon women's basketball. They gave up a big third quarter run. They were dealt a 60-39 Central Athletic Collegiate Conference loss by Dominican. I was on the call for that one at the Jones Center in Wilmington, Delaware. Tough sled for the women's team there.
Yup, and then we head over to the men's side. Goldie Beacon led a double-digit lead in the second half getaway and saw its 8-game win streak snapped with a 75-73 loss to Dominican as well at the Jones Center.
It was frustrating there, but you can check out Goldie Beacon women's basketball, or in men's basketball as well, right now on 302 Sports. You want to switch that stream over and go there. Of course, stay with us for UD women's basketball. Senior Kirsten West registered a career-high 18 points Sunday as the Blue Hens cruised to a 79-51 victory over the College of Charleston at the Bob Carpenter Center. It was senior day for the Hens.
Now UD basketball men's. Delaware led for virtually the entire night and shot 52% from the field as the Blue Hens got back in the win column with a decisive 72-57 victory over my alma mater, the Elon Phoenix, Saturday night at the Bob Carpenter Center. Anthony Mosley from Sanford scored 13 points in the victory.
It was a 3-point party at the Bob.
And I wasn't invited because I went to Elon.
Well, from the hardwood to the diamond, UD baseball, the University of Delaware Blue Hens, behind 5 electric innings from senior Billy Sullivan from St. Mark's, defeated Charleston Southern 1-0 Sunday afternoon. Sullivan pitched the first 5 innings for UD, allowing 3 hits and striking out 9. The 6th and 7th innings belonged to redshirt junior Clay Conway from Sussex Tech, who also made his debut for the Hens Sunday, throwing a pair of scoreless innings. Senior Coleman Villa, he pitched the final 2 innings for the Hens, earning his 6th career save.
Now over to Wilmington women's basketball. Post fends off the Wilmington women's basketball team at second half comeback for an 88-84 CACC victory. Macy Robinson, who's from St. Elizabeth's, hit 3 three-pointers and finished with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Emma Matthews from Padua added 13 points and 6 assists in the loss.
He gets the ladies, I get the guys. Second half surge snaps a 3-game losing streak for men's basketball, 72-66 over Post. CACC leading scorer Nick Richards from Hodgson did it again, scoring 31 points for Wilmington on 9 of 12 shooting. He also went 12 of 15 from the foul line. He added 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. In the win, Vincent Kent from St. George's lead collected 6 rebounds to go along with 3 block shots.
Now heading over to the softball field, the Wilmington softball team bounced back with 2 victories on day 2 of the Snowbirds softball freeze-out. Rosalind Burton from Cesar Rodney led the team with a 3-for-4 performance against Slippery Rock.
Wesley College basketball for the women. The Wesley College basketball team made a 4th quarter comeback in the regular season finale and ended up falling short against Frostburg State, 77-71 to the Bobcats on Saturday. Monshia Newsom Murray from Seaford recorded 15 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals for the Wolverines. Diana Gibbs from Concord scored 13 points and reeled in 6 rebounds in the loss.
Now heading over to the men's side of Wesley basketball, the 6th-seeded Wesley College men's team fought hard but were upended 75-68 by the 3rd-seeded Salisbury Seagulls on Tuesday in the quarterfinals of the Capital Athletic Conference Championship Tournament. Lawson led Wesley with 16 points. That's J.W. Lawson from Concord. He was a rebound away from a double-double, reeling in 9 boards, dishing out 3 assists, and also having 3 steals.
I saw a video that one NBA player tried to get a rebound off his own basket to get that double-double. It's not how it works. It stinks to fall
You
short.
gotta earn it.
So now to move on to the athletes from the University of the Sciences women's basketball team. Number 12 the number 12 women's basketball team clinches their 3rd CACC South title in 4 years at a win at Nyack. Alex Thomas from St. Elizabeth's had a game-high 15 points in each of their games to make it their way up the program's all-time scoring list. Thomas moved to 11th all-time with 1,228 career points behind, while Abenizio is now 13th with 1,189 points.
Now to Immaculata men's basketball. The Immaculata men's basketball team traveled to Marywood in their regular season finale with a chance to advance to the Colonial States Athletic Conference playoffs with a victory. But the Macs were undone by a 22-2 first-half run by the Pacers and fell 84-63. Seniors Will Chapman, who was from Concord, and Matt Cruson each scored 14 points in the final games of their career.
Moving on to the Widener University men's basketball team. Let's check in with Sidaris Sambo from Middletown. He led all scorers with 19 points, while pulling in 9 rebounds, 5 block shots as Widener University men's basketball team rallied for a 79-59 senior day win against Alvernia Golden Wolves.
Now over to Wagner University. Senior guard JoJo Cooper from Concord scored 18 points to lead 4 players in double figures as the Wagner's men's basketball team clinched the Northeast Conference regular season title, claimed its 20th win of the season, and improved to a 14-0 at home with a 78-74 win on senior day.
ECU has Isaac Fleming from William Penn on their team. He recorded his 2nd career triple-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists for ECU in their 84-80 win.
And then over to Rider University. The Rider University men's basketball team edged Canisius 83-82 with the win. The Broncos' 10th straight. Rider takes over sole possession of first place in the MAC at 21-7.
Moving on to the Villanova Wildcats men's basketball team, my favorite college basketball team, by the way. A complete effort on both ends of the floor helped lift the number 3 Villanova Wildcats past Xavier. Big upset for them, and a big conference win for them, 95-79. Dante DiVincenzo, our Salesiana guy, contributed 21 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Almost had that triple-double, and the latter 2 categories were both career highs for DiVincenzo.
And now over to another college basketball powerhouse. It's Duke. The Blue Devils won their 3rd straight without Marvin Bagley III, 66-57 over Clemson, who was also having a really good season. It's a big win for them. Trayvon Duval had 12 points, 3 assists, and 4 steals, and you know him from Samford.
Moving on to the Diamond. This one touches the hearts of many people. For Maryland baseball, the biggest moment for the Terps came in the 6th inning when junior Billy Phillips from St. Mark's, who had been sidelined because of leukemia and had his high school career cut short in 2015, made his first appearance as a Terp. He struck out the first batter he faced before finishing off a scoreless 9th inning with a double play. So congratulations to Billy Phillips, and keep going on, buddy. Moving on to our top plays of the week right now. This week we have 2 number 2s. We'll show you why coming up in a second as we tee up your top plays here on 302 Sports. Ready to go? I'm ready when you are. And here we go, our top plays of the week, number 5, starting off with a wrestling.
Tony Webb.
Play is more of a pin.
Yeah,
Tony Weist from Smyrna.
He's going to start up on top. You see him throw the double legs in. You can't let him get those in, because once he gets them in, he's going to work you over. He throws in the power half here, easy turn, and he gets the pin in the finals. He's your conference champion.
And look at the size of him when he stands up. He's been working out in the gym just a little bit. It's a mammoth human being. Number 4, Doug Snee. This kind of catches your eye because it comes in from the left, as you can see, and throws it down with authority.
Great bounce pass along the way, too.
That's a man right there.
Now, number 3, we talked about this earlier, Stephanie Kalasia, and Benny, she's got range beyond the gym. You see her here. This one's from right in front of her team bench, knocks it down. And then a little bit later in the game, here she goes again. This time from the white line, Benny. She's from the white line, lets that one go, knocks it down again. Stephanie Kalasia, she range out the gym.
That's unbelievable. Of course, St. Elizabeth's won because of this youngster, Bernia Ward-Mayo. Watch this behind the basket. Oh, my goodness. Jesus. And that's one of 2 number 2s. We go back to Bernia Ward-Mayo again because this game winner is something you've got to see again. You saw this earlier in our recap of the game of the week. Full court presses on. She's getting double teamed there. Finds a way around it. Passes it up. Moves it over far side. Back to Bernia. Catches the looping pass. Slices in the lane. And with just 4 seconds left, the dagger.
Huge upset win for St. E's over Conrad.
Game winner. The half-court shot almost goes in, but for St. E's, a big win over Conrad.
Now we're going to head to number 1. This is from last night's William Penn Smyrna game. I was there, Benny, and that place was jumping the whole time. It was so electric. It's Jordan Harding to Gerard Wall for the alley-oop. You've seen that from them a couple times this season, and they ended up doing it twice in this game. Slow-mo action for you. Wall with the elevation. Great pass by Jordan Harding. And the Colonials also get the win, 45-43, in a huge upset over Smyrna.
Put some stank on that one.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
It's like the 3rd time they've done it all season, too. They go for that a lot.
Impressive play there. Remember to join us Friday at 2 p.m. That is when we'll do the live bracket announcement on 302 Sports on YouTube. From the DIAA office, we'll have all the high school girls and boys basketball there for you. Also, the Muscle Movement Foundation 5K that's running April 7th at St. Mark's High School. Please register and join Team 302. I'm running, so hopefully I'll be able to beat some high school kids there. Probably not. The DSBA held its 69th annual awards banquet. This year they honored the Canal Girls softball team as the team of the year. Jody Hollerman as the Del Mar Field Hockey as the coach of the year. Joe McDonough of the B Plus Foundation for the Herm Reitzes Award for exceptional community service. The athlete of the year was world champion gymnast Morgan Hurd, who unfortunately could not attend. But thanks to Mike Lang and a voice and columnist for 302 Sports, he took time to catch up with the other recipients who received their awards. As we close out the show, This is what we have for you. Special thanks to Nick Alessandrini for filling in. Good job, buddy.
Thanks for having me. It was awesome.
We'll send you home. See you next time on 302 Sports. We're out.
All right, know your name?
I'm Sarah Ann Sobosinski.
Sarah, what's the last name?
Sobosinski.
Sobosinski, okay.
Yeah.
And Carly, is it Carly?
Kylie Sayani.
Kylie Sayani. Okay, so girls, there's a lot of good teams in Delaware, but you're recognized as the best team. What's that? Is that kind of sunk in yet that you're the team of the year in the state?
It's at first it kind of hit me as a shock, and now it's more sinking in now because I saw the presentation and everything.
Kylie, what was it like for you to go through all these stages and get out to Portland and place tied for third in the country?
It was really fun, and I just like to have teammates that I know I can depend on them to work hard and achieve and pick everyone up.
So, what age group is your team?
11 and 12.
11 and 12. So most of you guys are in middle school.
Yes.
So is most of the team coming back and staying intact, or I'm sure you're or some of you are graduating. What's next for the Canal softball?
Well, mostly all of us move up out of 11 and 12 major. So if we would play again, we'd play for senior league. Yeah.
And so how many girls are graduating how many are moving up, do you know?
11. Yeah, 11.
So are there plans to keep the group together and compete at the next level? Is that the hope, or not sure?
I'm not sure.
No. So what's it like to be recognized in front of all the people and the other honorees today?
It's an honor.
All right, girls. Thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're here with Jody Holloman, the field hockey coach from Delmar. Jody, I know you were the coach of the year, but really this is an honor made possible by your team. Let's talk a little bit about the season that Delmar had this year. You really dominated the field hockey scene.
Yes, we had an outstanding season. I have an outstanding group of young ladies that have worked hard together for a very long time. We've been close for several years, and last year we kind of got the monkey off our back and won a state title, and we just kept it running and had a great season this year.
What's it like for you to be recognized as the coach of the year?
It's an awesome honor. It's humbling, but I don't like the honors because I think it's about my team, and it's about the people that help me coach and make me who I am, because I couldn't be here if it wasn't for all of them.
So what's the future look like for the field hockey team? I know you're losing a couple of big players.
We're losing a couple big players, but we have a solid foundation coming back with some new younger players. So hopefully we'll keep the tradition alive at Delmar and keep winning.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming up and accepting the award with us.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with Joe McDonough, the Herm Wrighties Award winner. And Joe, you mentioned during your talk, it's not just an award for you, but for your wife and daughter. What do you mean for your family to be recognized like this?
Well, clearly this is not an award for me. This is an award for my family. We went into that hospital 11 years ago, a family of 4, and we said we're always a family of 4. So, it's my wife, Chris, and our daughter, Allie, that give me the strength to fight childhood cancer, to live in a world without Andrew. And so it's very humbling because, my son's in heaven, but this award is for him and everything that we do in his honor. So we're deeply humbled and really not worthy of it, but very appreciative.
Now, I know you don't do this stuff for the recognition, but it must be nice to be recognized by not by us necessarily, but just for all the work that you do.
It feels great. I mean, to be honest, you look at the past recipients of this award, and it gives me chills. I mean, I do not think we deserve to be in their company, but the fact that the sports writers and broadcasters felt that we were deserving is a great honor. And yes, this is tough. Fighting childhood cancer is tough. There's a lot of sadness in what we do. And to know that someone appreciates the battle that we're fighting and helps us in it. Because as I said today, when the media covers our events, they also help give us a platform to let people know that kids get cancer too. And for that, we are tremendously appreciative.
So the Be Positive Foundation unfortunately, your work never seems to slow down.
No, it is.
You guys are going strong, I guess.
Absolutely. We are now the largest provider of financial assistance to families and kids with cancer in the entire United States. Last year, we helped about 2,500 families with almost $2 million, and we also funded over $2.2 million of research. So, you know, I would, and this is going to sound funny, I would be the happiest guy in the world to be put out of work. But that's not around the corner, so we're going to keep fighting childhood cancer for all those families that need our support.
Well, congratulations, and keep up the good work. Unfortunate as it is, but
Thank you.
You're doing necessary work. So
I appreciate it very much. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Joe.